See, I don't hook up money being hooked up into our self-worth. See, because there's a lot of people that don't have money, but they're really great people. People looking from there at me, it could just look one-sided, right? That I never give anything to anybody. That's a trip, huh? I'm a generous person to a fault, because there's something beautiful that I can give of myself that I'm not able to give, and that is it. You don't even know the feeling. See, I know deep down who I am, so I don't care how the fuck I sound, babes. And if you did too, you would know also that you are by far able to unfold your greatest gift, and that's why you're miserable. That's why you're holding down maybe a chronic illness right now, is because it's hard to jump into that skin that says, now look what you have coming to you, because this is your reward for having been so fucking good. Like, really, you are good. And it doesn't feel like it. See, here on this plane, it feels like crap doing constant good, because after a while, well, I don't want to get into the stigma of people who are actually being doormats for other people. That's actually, we can start feeling sorry for you. That's pretty much it. And we have to manage our own boundaries then, and make sure that we're not being undermined and being turned into codependents, I guess. I don't know. You know, it depends on your communications, and if you guys are actually holding each other up, and it's like a, what do they call it? Like a, just like you are both givers. Getting back to that, and now, how about the stigma? Do you have anything to say about it? See, like, because when you start bringing money in on the factor, good luck, people out there. Good luck. I don't know what you guys are doing with the factor of money, and then a lot of times, if you're trying to have a partnership, anything's possible for me. Um, the main thing is to not get ripped off. At least do something more with your life and have a fulfilling journey on the way with it, instead of instead of not that happening. You know what I mean? And whatever you do, don't let a damn fixed sign there. You have to watch out for your fixed signs. Did I tell you about that? Yeah. With Pluto having moved into Aquarius, especially, they've turned into villains. They've turned into like gangsters, especially them Taurus people. Them Taurus people are fucking energetic vampires, man. They are sitting on people. It's about their money, but then other people's money. See, they're using their money to get other people's money. Maybe, it could be the name of the game. I have to inform myself of new information, if I want to get the new structure that I'm looking at as far as financially. See, I just have to make a move. Now, I've done this long enough. Thanks for listening to this. I guess I'm talking to myself. This is probably one of my fucking last videos, because I'm not really helping myself with this. I would love to. I mean, some people are probably looking, and most likely they're spying, and that's okay. I don't know, but no, I don't need to talk about this. I do need people to talk to. That's probably why I'm talking about it. That's no good either, because I would love to have people in my life that want to speak into my life. Speak into our lives. Speak into our connection. If there's a connection, it's speak into it. If there's, that's the only way that you can start causing a, like, now you want to talk about a good loop feed memory bank. How do you do it? Uh, I haven't been myself for the last 4 years, and I don't care about dwelling on it. I'm ready to move on. I know that we've gone through something. See, I've been through something that I had to learn from, and I learned a lot. Not without having gotten hurt. I got hurt pretty bad. Not my fault. Nobody's fault, really. Not anybody's fault. No, just get away from it. If you feel like that you can't relax around it, you can't heal. If you can't be at peace with yourself, If you can't achieve that communication that allows all of that, that's what's really complicating. I don't know how couples do it. One of them is in a trap. See, they probably don't have any financing going for them, and the one that is pulling off all of this like shit that's equal to like, well, they don't communicate. They don't feel like they have to. See, I had a stepmother who it seemed like it was this way, and if it was communications, you can predict it. But I guess they call it narcissists, but idiots are this way. I don't know what it is. They only predict, they're very predictable. They only talk about like three things at the most. You can just predict it. Okay, so what is the first thing they bring up? You can predict it. It's either about their job, it's about their family, about their kids specifically. Not that that's a bad thing, but there's some kind of air to it because if they don't ever look into you and speak into you, those people shouldn't be allowed to have kids. But yeah, stay working at the factory. We don't need to associate, right? They don't bother to really have to really associate. What I'm saying is that they don't have a conversation. They're not speaking into you. It's dehumanizing. But there's many subtle ways to talk about. Well, what is dehumanizing about it, Shauna? Well, they never. The most recent thing I come up with just in the last 4 days is no the factor of speaking into something. What I mean, it's like to confirm that it's there by saying words into it. To kind of, it's called resonation when it begins to vibrate. The plasmatic field, and if it was there, the darn thing is going to move a little bit because you are now intentionally validating its presence. That's pretty complex because it could be anything, and that's so important to start to communicate. Especially, see, to start a positive loop feed with whomever, whatever, if you really want to keep it in your life, right? This kind of thing, this talking about talking, is going to come up more and more and more and more. It's going to, in fact, there's going to be a breakthrough, and we're finally going to see a move forward with communications, like say, but more, it's more like this. Uranus goes into Gemini, see, right? It's going to affect information, like what's what. See, there's information that is kind of like spam. We already see it here. Sorry, I was looking at whatever that sound is. A lot of noises in the neighborhood nowadays. It's like until they put a freeway in, I guess it's just never going to be complete. And by then it's going to be too loud. Anyway, uh, sorry about that. Lost my place. I want to get back to speaking into reality and speaking into your relationship. It's just to cause a positive loop feed because you want to listen to what you're validating and see, it begins, really, you're just talking to yourself unless somebody agrees with you, good, but no, listen to what you're doing in case the kids are watching, because that's your little pot of gold there that you keep in your head ball there, that whatever way you're using it, just a memory bank. Some people are on automatic, right? So anyway, I didn't mean to get off track and disinteresting, but I've been trying to make videos, there's 3 of them, that I'm reluctant to post, even though I felt good about them, but no, I could just edit it. It's because it goes into a personal spiel, and I think this is one of them, right? Is this one of them? Yeah, it is. In the meantime, I'm being called to do something else other than worry about something. So, but I'm really distracted. I am, but just send a good vibe out for me that I finally get into a mode of being able to receive. But talk about that self-worth thing. I don't know why I'm having such difficulty with it because I never have in all my life. In fact, I've always had a high sense of esteem for myself. I've always been very confident. I am because I do come through. I've always acquired really good rapport with all of my employees and employers. They rely on me after a while. It's like, no, this person carries a lot of weight for us, and because the way I organize, sorry, I'm just tooting my own horn because I keep praying that it's going to come to me. If it's meant for me, then I will jump on it. When I see it, I will. See, the thing that happened, thanks for listening to this. I'm sorry, you guys. It's everything short of asking for another donation, right? I'm tired of it. I know that it's like, we'll do anything and everything, and I see that. Don't you see what time, how weird of a time it is right now with our financing and stuff? And how it's like, it really doesn't matter how you make your money. Don't ever judge that. Really, you should find out, really, if it's hurting people, like if it's part of the agenda over there where people, it's just spamming people up and keeping on that fucking roll, that horrible system that is creating a desert ecology out of whatever. I mean, whatever you do over there, just make sure you're on the government payroll because that's what's doing it. Mowing people down. The chances of you feeling good is very minimal. And what they've replaced as an accomplishment to make you feel good, which is just a brain thing. You're like, boy, ding, I hit a slot. Fucking slot machines, you. I call it the whoring society. You just create it. Okay, the women are whores. So are men, though, right? Selling themselves when if they do get married and it's all about money, right? If it is all about money, really, did it just turn into a fucking dime thing? And who did that? And do you notice the contagion? Do you notice how just now it's transferred? Now for sure the narcissist is sure that you're after their money. It's like, no, you were after mine. You just had to somehow you pry your way in to my life with your money as a helper. You know how that is. And then what? Well, you notice that they want to pay back. Well, you're going to pay with your soul. Basically, that's what they want, babe. Not kidding, man. Nowadays it's like that. I'm not kidding. Have you noticed it? Spiritual warfare, flaring up, whatever. Come on, call it out, talk about it. You've got energy vampires. You've got people that don't know what's going on here, so they're grabbing and reaching for their dear life because energetically it's like they could be abandoned. That's the true nature of it. You don't want to be left in the fucking desolate scene of just the ego. The egoic strata is good. It's the mental strata where it's just really it's a mirage scene. It's a scene of mirages. And really what I'm saying, I hope I get a like on this. I don't know. I'm gonna post it and I'll do some editing. What I'm saying is very real. It's there, it's going to be talked about more and more, the ecology of the human organism and how they are literally hallucinating separateness so bad that they could die in mass quantities because they don't know what to do with each other. If a small emergency came up in the fucking show of their mass hallucination, that is an illusion, like Frank Zappa said. And when they can't support the illusion any longer, they cut off the supply of popcorn, and then the lights are turned on. They pull the chair out from under you, move all the tables aside, and the curtains pull open, and all you see is a brick wall at the end of the stage. Now, we're already at that point, as far as I'm concerned. The human organism is sitting here. It's like, well, how do we do this? How do we, break through that wall? How do we make the theater ours? Well, there is an already here organization. It's right in the English alphabet, which is an interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space, that gives us instructions. I mean, it's kind of like instructions. Don't forget to have your organism. Find the main word that's an organism. I just think it's remarkable. It's like, look at that. I mean, what do you think is going on here, man? They say when you're doing it right, it feels good, man. They say when you're doing it right, and really, no, when you have become enlightened and it is this way, it's like, why does anybody else want to do anything else but just to breathe, right? And walk when you're walking, the walking meditation. Oh God, do you feel how it's just bliss? I mean, a person that's enlightened is walking like 2 feet off the ground. It's like double take. It's like, why is that person so fucking happy? Well, who cares why? No, there isn't a reason. They have found the true self. Now they're having, this is what the saying is, they're having an orgasm with all of existence. No, they're having an orgasm or organism with all of existence. Just put the N and the I down, and then you have the other thing, which I'm pretty sure it's instructions. Yeah, something very kind is trying to tell us. In case you want to call yourself an organism as a human possibility, here's the way you do it. Isn't this fun, Gertrude? Yes. All right. No, I will get more back on that. I would love to. I'm experiencing a little bit of relief because I'm meeting new people. But guess where it's at? It's on the internet. And, well, on Facebook. And see, they're humoring me about my astrology. They are going to pay for the readings that I have performed. And I'm finally finding myself with a challenge, and I think they know this, and I really appreciate how they're being with me. That it's really hard for me to do chart after chart after chart. Like they know this person, and they're going to, and I do it for them, and I start talking to them about them, and then you see after a while, I just see when you do a chart, you have to be completely selfless and look at it just in and of itself. Just who cares about everybody else? Them and you, you do your best to just really just say what you see. See, but when you're see you know at the same time you don't want to see. No, it's not right that you're fearful of saying something that they don't want to hear or can't handle. See, I have to loosen up into that. That's where I call myself a meditative style astrologer. And the thing is my teacher, and I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. Thanks for listening, and your donation of just $5 is all I'm asking, babes. I want 500 people to send me $5. Boy, would that help a lot. That's $2,500. Even though I would rather try to raise 5,000 because I want at least 2 years to figure out what I want to do here. And I think it happens to be just you have to wait. Wait until Neptune gets solid into fucking Aries. Wait until Saturn gets solid into Aries also. And that's when I'm going, all right, I see exactly the structure, many structures that I can assume. And that me, I'm just like, check me out. I can play the spoons. You wouldn't believe how good that would sound with just a boom, 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 boom. See, when it feels good and you really can do it, see, I'm a dancer, I like it, and this is the thing, though, is can I make money on it? Yeah, a lot of people cannot do what I can do. That wasn't shit, by the way. I wasn't very good of a demonstration, although I allowed it. I allowed it. You'll see how I can turn that into music, babes, if you just sample it and turn it back and let it loop over and over again, and then I start piling on top of it. You'll know that I'm a genius. See, it's important for me, now we're talking about making money and stuff, right? It's where did I go? What the fuck happened with Shauna? She must be autistic. I guess so. I don't know. No, I know me. I know that if you do stuff that you enjoy, and if it's something like that, for sure, see, it's more than putting together some weird piece. I believe that we are supposed to communicate something so amazing that that it changes society. See, it has yet to rise up out of my generation. I'm pretty sure on a level of from understanding what music really is. So I just shared something on my Facebook that's funny. This guy, he says, when I go to sleep and I dream of $1 million and I wake up the $1,000,000 isn't there at all. But when I go to sleep and I listen to a song and I hear a song, I wake up and I can just sing the notes and they're all there, right there. So when you dream, it's not about numbers. You cannot use numbers in dreams, but you can sure use notes in the dream or something like that. We will use it. If the one side of the organism can create their own sanctuary and try to communicate to benevolence through benevolence, first of all, there's always going to be this warring going on. See, that's where I have my neighbors. They are busy re-roofing their places. It's happened 3 times over again. And just like a few dollars more could help the blonde chick that lives alone over here who just stayed quiet and who has been here. Her family's been here. I mean, my story is that they're okay. So, hey, pardon me for feeling like that I should have a community around me that takes care of each other. Sorry, I flipped around there. There's something very important. There's a train. There's something I would like to have conveyed just 30 seconds ago. I keep praying every day that I get full strength. Mars is still in Cancer, and it's not gonna. We're gonna see a lot of changes. See, in my last video, or is it the same video? Sorry about that. I'll try to put these videos up, and then I'll edit them. I predict that by April 19th, there's going to be a financial collapse because of the way that there's going to be a combination. See, it could be a war. It could be a war hit. What I mean is a massive catastrophe can happen that they can just say it's a natural disaster, but it's really a war, and to cause financial collapse for a class of people that they thought they were rich, huh? Well, this is how they can make the tables turn, and this is how the tables can turn and will turn. If they put enough stress on the population where it's like an obvious that now we have to learn how to live, well, there's a lot of people, they don't have money, that simply know how to live. They're really wondering, why is it the way it is? Really, there's a lot of homeless people that are like this. That if you actually go up and talk to them, they might sound like the most logical person. And it's like, well, that's their problem. You know what I mean? They're just completely down to earth, and they're like, and I couldn't keep up. They're like, it was hard. I tried to keep care of my family. They just disowned me because I couldn't keep up with the $8,000 rent, and I make $8 an hour on my steady job, or something like that. So then, and nobody not really knowing how to live. First of all, it's like, well, why don't you farm your own fucking foods? Why can't you people relax? I've got Venus and Virgo, and then there's Taurus over there that really wants to know that too. They're like, yeah, that would be a great idea. Good God. I like to work, but this kind of work where it never gets anywhere and I'm still starving and nobody appreciates when I give to them anything, and I build and build stuff up and I give and give, and it's like, now I'm not really having to use that and they use it, and it's like, ugh, confetti. It's getting boring. When do we finally just take a breather and enjoy the fruits of our labor? And that would be Capricorn. Capricorn too. See, those are the earth signs, and it's like, it's not all about greed and money. It's really not. Something has been turned inside out about that. And I don't like to talk bad about money, really, because I would really like to get some. I'm barely trying to get some into me. Like I said in the beginning, I don't really equate it to my self-worth and who I am and how valuable I am. No way. You gotta put some more zeros on it then. Good heavens, people. Put some more zeros on it. You think you're going to donate? Don't give me 50. 500, please. Thank you. And that's why I'm saying, babes, come on. 500 people. Give me $1. And it's like boogers. You're flicking boogers at me. See, I think I'm looking good enough that I can say, you know what? See, some people, this one guy got, and it was a guy, right? Gets on my Facebook, and he tells me, he says, good luck making money over Facebook, blah, 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 or something. And the truth is to see some of these people live in my community, and it's a very small community, and we're all, see, I'm getting ready to fucking make a major fucking rant on Facebook about every single so-called friend there. To understand Shauna here, and they've heard me say a lot, and I think, pardon me, that a lot of people respect the way that I just express. Sometimes I come up with this like, whew. I do that with some comments to see, no, why am I talking about this? Am I a junkie? No, we are supposed to be communicating, and those fucking mediums are supposed to be reduced into what they're supposed to be. Not doing friends, but actually getting together, one side or the other. It's not about blue or white, either blue or red. Not about red and blue. It's about whether or not you've noticed you like your subject matter of narcissism. What is it really? I've been round and round we go, you know, it's only a 34-minute video, and I kind of done 800 videos about this, and I hope that you can get the little bit that I'm trying to share with you. It's the mind. It's the plague of narcissism, which is the mind fully encapsulated people. They are mental cases. They are hallucinating a life to be. From one household to the next, they have a right to their cave, their hellhole there that keeps it a desolate place for even children. Not safe. Not at all. It's precisely why that there's so many cameras up everywhere you go. Why? Because 80 to 92% of the Earth's population are not on the same page. Meaning they did not open up an account with reality. This is the problem you have with your narcissist. You don't like narcissists because they don't like reality. It's just that space between your nose and your hand here or wherever. Watch out. Don't keep hitting your shin on the same fucking spot. Pick your feet up. That's the truth there. Your feet, the coffee table, your shin, space. There's a truth about that it's containing the truth. That's the truth about it. They don't include that. That's actually the third-party witness where if you got cameras, there it is. It's called third-party witness. It's your witness ability. There's like a religion or something, Jehovah's Witness, but no, there's a standard. It's somewhere in the Bible, it's like witness. They talk about it. I don't know. It's like, who's with it? Who's opened up an account with reality and can hear this bell that I'm ringing? Who sees Jim Bob over there dumping fucking 12 tractor trailer goddamn loads of the most toxic asphalt that still reeks to this day, and I don't know what kind of problems. I do know there was several that I'm just ignore it. Just ignore it. Why? Because they had their reality and you have yours. They can do anything they want on their property. You can do anything on. It's like, babes, this is just one land here. You people are so fucking crazy. Yeah. And welcome to the world, condensed. That's where I live. No, but it's just saying it's global. You hear what I'm saying? See, where we're at now, as of the last full moon eclipse in Virgo, which was Mercury ruled, we have to communicate. Here's why. There's some people that are waking up and they're like, you know what? Did I just see? Is that person crazy? Or is there something flipped around? Is there something that I can just discard and still be intact over? I want to know. I don't know. I need. See, if they hear about it and somebody says kabloop de blob, have you noticed? Then they go, ah, yes! Would you like it? Hi! They're like, really? It's some people started waving at me who see before they couldn't respect me. I remember I was trying to have a conversation and whatever. We had different views and I was like, whatever. They were a mental case. And I was staunch. I was like, no, actually, the reality of such, it's like this. And if you do your research and you want to look at the patterns, yes, they're controlling the weather or something like that, right? Well, he couldn't find respect for me at all, but now he does because I stuck up for myself and everybody in the neighborhood by just calling out the ones that were doing this thing. They got a deal from the. I found out that they got a deal. It's got a deal. Oh, great! These people are so smart. Very, very okay. A psychopath. That person's a psychopath. I know those other whoever the fuck is admiring these people and working for them. They're only doing it because of the money thing. I think half of them knew that they are miserable, and that's what's even more dangerous. They click and they're like, "Yay, we love being sociopaths. It's like this, and we're your savior, right?" See, they kind of hijack that because they're like, "If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't learn," or something like that. Have you picked up on that too? It's like I have never gone that route. Babes, the way you learn is feeling good, not by being slapped around by a goddamn narcissist that says, and as long as you don't see it, I'm here to let you know. And you'll figure it out soon, right? And really what they're doing is saying, they're trying to push you into the system. They're saying, I got mine, you get yours. And it's like, oh shit. It's called feeding, but it doesn't have to be like that, right? They can be passive aggressive, and it's like feed them the red herring. Very few people make an escape. Where to? From what, Shauna? 99.99% of it is psychological. Is this the same video? I was trying to tell you, it's like, have you ever just fucking went to the mountains and thought, you know what? All I need is to just figure out what to eat from day to day, and it's all around you, right? Like right now, there's a lot of things that are growing on the side right now. They're coming up. You can plant things. Right now, you should be growing things in spring. People could get together and do it. I mean, why not treat the whole earth like it's one great place to live? Just an idea. I don't know. In case the kids were watching.